from the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where you burn that. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is when I turn that.
Watch the slide, watch the slide. Check 59, Mike is 59,
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Samuels,
nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Haskins will throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
14. And the Steelers.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
2 yards on.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On the run, here's Anthony McFarland. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now either way. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Bengals nothing.
Chris Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Ingram,
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Under 10, under 10, 10. Hatchet.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Gain of 7 brings up 3rd and 3.
I'm coming after you. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Burrow on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Ready. Drop deep, check 26, check 26.
On 1st down, McFarland. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 44, Haskins. Completion here to Claypool. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action with Haskins. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Haskins back to the air. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Bengals, nothing.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Sean Davis that time on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And Ingram holds it in. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Steelers 10, Bengals 7. Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd down, McFarland. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
1st down, Steelers.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
10, Bengals 7.
On 1st down, Samuels. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 more there and another 1st down.
4-yard line.
After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
Past the 20. Able to hit his target, Claypool.
Pass.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
8-yard gain.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And that'll bring up fourth down as his Cincy defense stands up on third.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, they catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to let one fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on
the running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
You got nothing.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field.
55. Right there. Look, 55. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Check 60.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
23-yard line.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And a short gain here, down to the 22.
On the carry.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
22-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Check 9. Watch the run.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now the Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On for the field goal, a 39-yard attempt.
Rosa's kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with the points.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the ground, it's McFarland. And he'll be brought.
Confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
55 is my guy, 55.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's He's got his man in stride, complete. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play.
First down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Ebron caught left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
And a Steeler first down.
Now Haskins on first down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
11 on the play. First down, Steelers.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Good. Makes the score Steelers 20, Bengals 10. Chris Boswell to kick off.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go, D. Mark 55, Mark 55.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's 2nd and 10. This is Mixon on the draw. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now Joe Mixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
The tackle made by...
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Now it's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Now it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Auden Tate, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season, is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it. And this thing gets blown up well behind the line of scrimmage, but the marker is down on the field. Who's this against? So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Haskins out of the gun. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
55 is my guy, 55. Check, hurt. Check, alert flare. Cut 19.
Burrow on play action. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
He was covered by...
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
What up, Bob?
Desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Getting whooped by the Steelers in the Moons League.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Same old story.
Here, Joe Burrow. He's going to go up top again.
Oh, Jamar Chase! Oh my gosh, on 3rd and 18, made a hell of a catch. What a throw, too, by Burrow. Holy shit.
Inside the 40. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they run with Mixon. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
How's your day, boss?
Pretty good. What about you?
Right, just work. You had the day off, right?
I did.
Hell yeah.
You're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
At the 27-yard line.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. That's going to be
Let's go!
And he'll take this into the end zone.
I just scored a touchdown to go down by 3.
John Ross.
How much
If I
time?
can. It's still in the 3rd, minute left in the 3rd.
And the Bengals have got it back to
Bro, it would have been so close, but right before half, like, he, in 54 seconds, drove like 80 yards for a touchdown, to go up by 10. And then I returned the kick with like 10 seconds to go. He hit stick, fumbled me, forced a fumble, and returned it for a touchdown to go up by 17. It's like, oh, okay. And then 3rd quarter started, I got ball first, scored, stopped him, got ball back, scored, so down by 3.
Bengals 24.
How's the fucking Cardinals-Cowboys game going right now?
I'm not watching it right now, but I know the Cardinals are up 21-0.
Oh, great. I think
I
Cowboys
think
will
he
win.
just threw a touchdown to Christian Kirk for like 80 yards or something.
Damn. I did a bet today and picked Andy Isabella to be the scorer, not Mr. Kirk.
Offense here about ready for their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown.
Go, Gino, good stuff, boy.
And down he goes. Gino Atkins got home that time.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Chase Claypool is killing me. Dude's a beast.
Fuck yeah. How good is he on it? Like in the year or whatever? You
He's
know?
only around like 80, maybe even a little under. He's not crazy with him.
I
Like, he
feel
didn't
like
have a
if
good year
it
with him
got
last year.
yeah. I feel like if like the updated rosters, I wonder what he's at.
Oh, dude.
I wonder what Justin Jefferson's at too.
Steelers are so good at drafting receivers, man.
Dude, they can't miss. It's weird. Is that like your shit? And it's like, if you think about it, like, fucking the Patriots, like, at least recently, dude, they just keep missing and missing on fucking wide receivers.
I still think Infield Harry could be decent, but they need
No,
to
I
do
think
some
so
speed.
too, but like, not like he was a 1st-round pick, and there's these other players that are just like showing up, you know. Just like weird.
We saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Haskins.
He tried to squeeze that in there.
Contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
Damn, what a play.
He will not make it to
That
that
coverage is
imaginary
great on him. He still
line
caught
as they
that
get
shit.
into the ground at about the 23. But I tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
I held him to a field goal.
Type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
So you're down by 6 then?
Yeah, 7-14 to do.
Is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive,
but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went.
They have Joe Burrow at 78 in the updated rosters.
I think I fucking saw that, but his throw power is still shit. That's the biggest problem, is like I have little openings and his throw power is just not good enough to fucking squeeze it in those titles, so I throw a lot of picks. Gosh dang it. Yeah, which, I mean, hopefully they make it a little better next year.
Yeah, like it shouldn't be that bad.
Alright, whatever.
That makes no sense. Justin Herbert's at 73 now.
Oh, I saw him moving way too late. Oh, I was looking to the right. Damn. That John Ross wide open.
Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Burrow looking to pass. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon.
Ooh, that one's so lucky.
And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. And with that last play, he's now
like a book and just didn't hit triangle.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300
Damn you, man.
game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
No!
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat
I just
sheet.
keep fucking out.
Necessarily reflected hours, right?
3rd and 12.
Game sheet, but you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one.
Oh, Joe Burrow didn't throw a good pass. He had him open. Motherfucker. Gotta take the field goal.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone.
Okay, down by 3 or 4 minutes.
Kick is good. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. 4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. And it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. To the right side to Eric Ebron. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's Haskins.
What a throw.
Left side to
Yeah.
He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Devin White's 82% now.
Really?
Yeah, and like fucking Devin Bush is 77%.
I feel
Like,
so bad for Devin
he's,
Bush.
I do too. He's the 9th best middle linebacker though, Devin White.
Haskins, flush to his right.
Fuck.
You know who's the best right outside linebacker?
Nah.
He's only 89%. And the next closest is Miles Jack at 86.
They've got a first down in field goal range already.
Fucking Demario Davis at 89. He's the best right outside linebacker.
Damn.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Falcons have a guy named Foyesade Oluokun.
Yeah.
Oluokun. Back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive. Take a little
Fast
bit
as
of wind out of
fuck.
their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Wayne.
Damn it, I should have kneeled that I got excited. I picked it off in the end zone. Woo! He was about to score.
You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of
Isn't Harrison Smith a free safety on Madden?
Now left side
Or
of
no,
the swing
he's a
pass.
safety.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here we go with Burrow. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
I'm almost in field goal range, but my center just got hurt. Fuck.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20
This is the New Moons League that you're
Yeah.
playing?
Yeah, this game's huge because we're both 1 and 2.
So
Yeah,
here's a
injuries
first
are
and
on.
10 at the 38. Now it's Burrow. They'll complete this to Ingram as
Have you
tight
beaten
end.
that guy before?
He'll be hit down
Yeah,
at the
not this
30.
Madden. No, I did last Madden a couple times, but this Madden, he is undefeated against me. He went to the Super Bowl last year.
Completion on first down.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, he's good, man. Well, yeah, so I think one of his games might have got simulated, but then the other one, he lost to the Ravens. He beat me. Oh, yeah, so the simulation, then he lost to the Ravens and beat me already.
So 3rd and 2.
Weird
and I
schedule.
count 6 defensive
Yeah,
backs
right.
out there. Throwing now is Joe Burrow.
Joe Mixon!
Incomplete.
Ah. Dude, okay, Kev, I got something for you. It's 4th and 2. I could kick a field goal right now and tie it, or I could go for this 4th and 2 and go for the win with 24 seconds left. I'm on the 30
Where you at?
with 2 timeouts.
I don't know. That's tough.
I'm going for it.
It's kind of whatever you think, yeah.
I'm fucking going for it.
I feel like if you go for it, even if you miss it, it's like, at least I went for it, you know?
Right, at least I tried.
Right.
And I might miss the kick, and that'd be really embarrassing. I'm super nervous.
They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. And they
Got
will
it.
touch him
Got
down,
it.
but not before he gets the first.
Nice.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. He'll look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch.
I'm going to take one shot at the end zone. I got 10 seconds to go at the 18. Take one shot at the end zone. Just do whatever to not get sacked.
Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards.
I hate when I like make a good play and like tackle them in the backfield and they just like bounce off the tackle. It's like, well, what did I do that for then?
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is
Fuck, he's icing me too.
now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Time's left.
6 seconds.
So the field goal unit is
To
on
tie
the field,
it?
as this is a
Yeah.
big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime.
I missed it.
And
Oh, I sunk it. No.
right there.
I thought I did when I released it. Oh, I barely
How
snuck it in.
deep was it?
47 yards or something, I think. Or maybe I was a little closer than 30. It wasn't that far.
Hijinks on the kickoff here,
But my thumb was shaking.
And
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win.
Alright, overtime.
And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed
Bro, I
things here
outscored him
overtime.
20-3 in the second half.
So
Holy
a teaching
shit.
moment here.
Oh, shit.
Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Oh, and of course he wins the toss. Come on.
First team to score wins, but no longer.
They're gonna make you
If
work
the team
for it.
receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
I just got an onside kick.
Got it back. They did. Bengal
No shit.
That's allowed, right?
Is it allowed?
I have no clue.
I feel like it definitely is. Why wouldn't it be allowed?
He's already going like we can play the game. Dude, that's pretty cool. Like, fucking I put that's allowed because I think we get a couple surprise ones a year. And I was like, that's allowed, right? And he's like, honestly, don't know, but I don't care. Great call.
I mean, you haven't done any, have you?
No, that's definitely the first one I've done.
Like, how did you just do an onside kick?
Yeah, and he came out in regular coverage, and I just like kicked it short. Like, I don't know, I've never know how to do onside, so I just kicked it like halfway and halfway.
Huh.
Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw in overtime now for Burrow. He finds his running.
He just hit 60 and make a Fitzpatrick. Fuck him.
44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Freeman, the ball carrier.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times.
Dude, Jamar Chase, too, covers like fucking 10 catches for 140 or something.
From the third team now, they work on first and 10.
What's his speed?
Not that great.
Really?
It's like 90 and then 91 acceleration. He's got 11 catches for 142 though.
I mean, I feel like that's good enough though.
But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
14-yard line, 2nd and 11. Here's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off.
Oh, dude, I just bootlegged with Burrow for a touchdown game. Let's go for the dub. Let's fucking go. Holy shit. Oh, good fucking game, man. This guy's a beast. That's a fucking good win. Damn.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Cincinnati, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Still.
Bro, 383 with Burrow, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Coming back after a 6-interception game last week. Coming back with that.
Damn. Okay.
What you know, bro? And he just made a huge trade, too. Good thing I don't have to play him again this year.
For what?
Let me see. It looks like a huge trade because he traded Juju. Fucking the Buccaneers first. Goddamn. So he gave up Juju, a corner, and Solomon Thomas, but got the Bucks first, Jamel Dean, an 80 overall corner or safety, I think, and then O.J. Howard at 87.